Hi friends, you may remember that we are in the season of Lent, a time we use to get ready for Easter. During Lent, we remember, we reflect, and we repent. We remember the life of Jesus. We remember things that Jesus did and said. We reflect or think about our own lives and how we can be more like Jesus. And we repent by telling God and others we are sorry for things we have done that are not loving or kind. Remembering is going to be an important word in our story today. I want you to listen for what and how we are to remember. As I tell today's Bible story, I want you to imagine that you were there. Are you ready? Imagine you are at a table with Jesus. It is dark outside. The room is lit by lamps and candles. Others who have been following Jesus are there too, and there is a feast set before you on the table. There is warm bread, and everyone is waiting for Jesus to start the meal. This is a special meal. This is a meal that you celebrate every year to help you remember when God freed God's people from slavery. This meal is called the Passover meal. It helps you remember the promise of God. Now imagine that Jesus stands up and looks around the room. Everyone becomes quiet. Everyone is listening when Jesus says, I have been looking forward to this meal. Thank you for being here and sharing it with me. This is the last time we will eat together before I will begin to suffer the things that I have been telling you about. Everyone knows that Jesus is talking about his death. He has been telling his followers it is coming for a while now. As you sit at the table, how does it feel knowing this will be your last meal with Jesus? Jesus speaks again and says, God's kingdom is coming. Then he picks up a cup of wine and gives thanks for it with a prayer and says, Here, take this cup and share it. Each of you drink of it. Imagine watching as the cup is passed around the table. This cup feels special. Each person there takes a sip from it. Everyone knows something special is happening at this meal. Now imagine the cup coming to you. Imagine raising the cup to your lips and taking a big sip from it. As you lower the cup, look at Jesus, and he is speaking again. He says, this cup represents a new promise from God. This new promise is found in my blood, which I am about to shed. And now Jesus is holding some bread in his hands. Watch as Jesus takes the bread and breaks it. He says, this bread is my body, which is broken for you. As often as you eat this bread and drink from this cup, remember me." Now everyone shares the bread. Everyone gets a piece. Jesus shared this meal with his followers so that we could remember him. Try to remember now some of the scenes from Jesus' life. Remember Jesus' love and friendship with people. Remember how he helped people who were sick. Remember when he fed people who were hungry. Remember how everyone wanted to be close to him and hear him speak. Now remember some of the things Jesus said. "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. I am the way and the truth and the life." This meal that we remember today is one we share with our church family. We often call it the Lord's Supper or communion, and it helps us remember Jesus. What are other ways we can remember Jesus? I want you to talk with your families about that question today. And I want to thank you for being here with us for Bible study. While I continue to miss being with you in person, I am so grateful we can still be together and learn and grow together. So I'll see you again here next week as we continue to remember the life of Jesus as we get ready to celebrate Easter.